What's going on, everybody? It's the Big A Show. I am Big A. My co-host here is Karevya.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? Shout out to our extraordinary producer, Striker.
Finish him.
Striker's in the building, man. First of all, how you doing, man? How you doing, Karev, man? It's another day, and it's a rainy day out here in Jersey.
It's a beautiful day, because if it didn't rain, we wouldn't eat.
Absolutely. All right, we want to get right into it. Over the weekend, Diddy, Puff Daddy, had his 50th. I can't believe I'm saying this about Puff Daddy. Like Diddy, I've been watching him since I was a kid, so he's 50 years old, and his birthday party was over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And technically, his birthday is actually November 4th. November 4th is actually his birthday. Yeah, he decided to actually set up a party for his birthday for this weekend, specifically to just have enough time for all his friends, celebrity friends, personal friends, to be able to make a party. So he designated a day, which was this past weekend, so everybody could show up. And he had the likes of Kevin Hart. He had the likes of course, Mary J. You know, the people that help him be successful and make him the mogul that he is.
Silver Surfer was there.
Yeah. He had MGK.
No, he had Kanye West.
He had Kanye.
He was dressed up in silver in the picture.
Listen, he had everybody. He had all the likes of Hollywood you could possibly think. Oh boy. Sorry about that.
Oh. All right. Kanye got mad and called us because I made that little silver bag reference.
Yeah, you funny. Sorry about that. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Well, he had the party, and we talked about.
Yeah, he had the party.
I'm
sorry. He had the birthday party. It was a big birthday party, a big bash.
Huge.
They have a video of him dancing with Farnsworth Bentley, who was there. Farnsworth Bentley.
Shout out to Bentley.
Farnsworth Bentley. Farnsworth Bentley is he used to be Diddy's personal butler, if you want to call him, because he called him a manservant. I don't feel comfortable calling another man a manservant, but he called him. He was his
sexual task.
Yeah. He called him his manservant.
Manservant.
Yeah.
I'm good on that one.
He came through, and of course, him and Diddy had the dance. They did the Diddy dance.
Okay.
And Diddy was, I don't know if it was the Smutzer Rock in the system or whatever, but what ended up happening is Diddy fell on the floor. They laughed, got up, and kept dancing like it was part of the routine.
That's
it was crazy.
How you gotta do it.
Yo, it was crazy. He, of course, Usher was there. He was definitely prominent in Usher's early on in his career.
Oh yeah. Usher's the only one who survived the frontal assault by Bobby Brown. Smiled about it. So Usher is a superhero in my book.
Yeah. Usher is gangster. Let's see who else was there. Oh, and Jay-Z and Kanye West was in the building together.
Yeah.
Yes, they were in the building together, and of course, this was the first time Jay-Z and Kanye had been spotted together since their quote unquote their beef, their issue. I said quote unquote their beef. Yeah. It all stemmed back to Kanye feeling he had he was entitled to $3.5 million from Tidal. Yes, $3.5 million from Tidal. Yeah, I know. To them, that's like $5 in their pocket. But he wanted. He needed his money. He needed all his cash. Yeah. But allegedly, it's behind talks with close sources. There was reported that they had already resolved their issue at the beginning of this year. Mm-hmm. So it really wasn't a surprise to many of the close friends that they have pictures of them dapping up and laughing and talking, just like they did back in when they did the album together.
Watch the Throne.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Is that a classic to you?
Actually, yeah. You know what? At first, I was like, no, but then as I started to listen to the things and the elements that they did, and I see the concept that they did, and how they really went in deep thought in the songs and the lyrics, I really think it could be listed as a classic.
I only ask that question because usually when people who are considered icons get together where they have an issue or a problem, we look at what they did together and judge them and their relationships off of how they work with each other. So that was kind of like an off-key question that usually comes up when you think about how people look at the celebrity life.
Okay.
Like they work together, so they must have got along at some time, and now that they have an issue, it's like news when actually it probably really isn't. It's just a dispute that people who know each other go through.
Yeah. I feel you on that. But I think. I don't know. As far as the album goes, I'm still thinking about that question because it's like an open-ended question when you think about it, because you have songs on there that were radio cuts. That was like, you know what I mean? And then you have songs on there that was dope that didn't make the radio. You like almost every album, you know, and most albums that are good by professional artists, you know what I mean, have some really good music. You have some cuts on there that just don't play. Like one of my favorite songs ever is LL Cool J. It's called A Jam That You Don't Be Playing on Your Airplay. And he really talks about how artists have great music. It's dope music, but the label don't want it to be played on the radio. So it's people's favorite jams that just don't get played on airplay.
Which was a shot to Russell Simmons, if nobody understood that.
Huh?
That was a shot at Russell Simmons when he made that record.
Oh, really?
Russell Simmons, remember the Heal Yourself video?
Heal Yourself, nah.
What was it? Freddie Fox and KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane and some other people. But the bottom line is, LL Cool J did a verse on the song about, like not being addicted to crack. And Russell Simmons said, well, that song is going to burn your career. You are not allowed to be in the video.
Wow.
So certain parts of the video have his verse, and other ones they took his verse out of the video.
Wow.
So yeah, that was kind of like a shot at Russell Simmons because his verse is one of the best verses on the song. And
wow.
Russell was like, no, that'll kill your career. Don't talk about anti-drugs.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that. But just the fact of the matter, he made a point about having songs. Artists have good songs that just don't get airplay. You know what I mean? So that's going back to that. But going back to your question, yes, I think that album is actually a classic. Okay. It could be listed as a classic. You know what I mean? They have some really solid jams on there, and they have radio cuts. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas in Paris. That's one of the biggest ones on there. What was the one with Sam Cooke? Was it not Sam Cooke? What was it?
The Otis joint.
Otis, that joint right there. But then he had the song with him, Kanye, and Beyonce, Take It to the Moon. You see that they played it on the radio, and you didn't realize it was part of the same album because it sounded completely different. It had like a different sound to it. Yeah, you never heard it? Oh, okay. You gotta hear it, man. I gotta make sure you hear that.
I'll pass.
I'll make sure you check it out. Don't worry about it.
I'll pass.
Anyway, so Kanye and Jay was photographed together, dapping up. It made big waves over the weekend.
I thought the biggest thing that happened at the party was Jay-Z snatched that guy's phone for filming Beyonce's breast.
I heard nothing about that.
There's a video where there's a guy with a phone and Jay-Z and everybody's around and they're dancing and the guy has the phone out and he's like recording Beyonce and Jay-Z snatches his phone like he's about to break his jaw. Only I guess Jay-Z realized that if he took and destroyed that phone, that would have been a federal offense because you can't take people's phone and destroy it.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big crime.
Really? I didn't know that was a crime.
Because you know people have their personal information in their phones. So if you steal a phone, that's like a federal offense because you're taking somebody's like identity theft.
Wow.
So like if you take a phone, like that's a serious charge. So Jay-Z snatched the phone like he was about to break his jaw. He was like, he had that frozen like, oh my God, I want to get in trouble face.
Yeah. Because it was a lot of cameras there.
Exactly.
A lot of witnesses. That's eyewitnesses right there.
Yeah. I want that publicity.
Yeah.
But I give him credit for that because if anybody's filming my wife or girlfriend or anything, and I'm right there, that's disrespectful. And even though we live in the vain culture of phones, I agree with Jay. I snatch your phone too.
Yeah.
I'll politely give it back with a button missing or something. Unless it's like one of the phones where you just touch the screen. But.
Yo, you really went back. You said a button on the phone. Everybody's got touchscreen phones, so.
No, there's phones that just came out that's doing throwback technology, like, you know.
Really?
Yeah, actually they are, and it's pretty pathetic, but they're bringing the Star Trek look back. Beep, beep, beep. You touch something. So,
okay.
I mean, you know.
All right. I'm clueless about that.
Yeah, hey, we'll talk about it later. He will admit he's wrong on the next episode.
Yeah. I'm clueless about that. But all right, I'm not going to argue with you about that. We're going to go into Pay the Bills. This podcast is brought to you by DatChat, the future of email and messaging. DatChat puts you in control of your text messages and allows you to pull back any message you sent using secure blockchain technology. That's DatChat. IPOs in early 2020 to the NASDAQ. Visit datchat.com/levelups. And once you get in a lifetime exclusive pass to purchase shares now. Again, that's datchat level ups. That's dadchat.com/level ups. All right, had to read that real quick. All right, here we go. So back to the show. So anyway, the big things going on this weekend is the Rise of Skywalker. Everybody's checking out and it's hyped about that. Shout out to all my fellow nerds online. Nerds. Listen, nerds. I'm from the era we call them nerds. All right. Anyway, like I said, shout out to all my nerds out there who are excited about the Rise of Skywalker. You get me all tongue-tied. What's going on, everybody? It's going to be a big, and I stress big thing for Star Wars, because this is going to be the final conclusion of the Skywalker saga, which has been almost 40 years. 40 years running. That's a long time to have any type of saga, and it's been 3, and this will be the third trilogy that's supposed to capsize the whole story.
9 pictures.
9 movies.
9 motion
pictures. Yeah, 9 motion movies. 9 motion movies. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I'm a Star Wars fan.
Okay.
I mean, my mom got me into Star Wars. Rest in peace, Mom. You know, she used to she took me to the movies to see it. You know what I'm saying? I used to laugh at, the Ewoks, stuff like that, because it just seemed funny. But shout out to George Lucas, who just called in. Disney Plus, make sure you sponsor us as we talking about your movies.
Right.
Star Wars is a special thing for me because it's something me and my mom did together. So as I see this thing progress, it's like childhood memories come back.
Okay.
Who didn't want a lightsaber? Everybody know that.
Yeah,
sound.
I know. Yeah. That's almost one of the most famous recognized sounds.
Yeah.
That's one of the most recognized sounds is the lightsaber. Everybody knows that sound. And
if you know, the real beef between the fans of Star Wars and the movies is the lightsaber, because some people were pissed.
Baby Yoda memes.
Some people were pissed that in the movies the lightsabers can cut, but when Luke fought Vader, that they was used as bats, so they didn't cut.
Yeah, they didn't cut. I remember that scene.
So that was something. The lightsaber has been the point of emphasis in every Star Wars movie, is how they use it.
That was Return of the Jedi when they fought in front of the Sith Lord.
Yeah,
that's my nerd coming out.
And Darth Vader be like, and he falls over.
Yeah,
instead of
save
cutting
me.
Him. Right.
Save me, Vader. Yeah,
So,
don't mind me. Yeah, that's my nerd in me. But yeah. Yeah, and like somebody said in one of our watching, they said the Baby Yoda memes. The Baby Yoda memes first of all, the Baby Yoda is from the show The Mandalorian, which is on Disney Plus,
which is a classic.
Yes, shout out to Disney Plus for providing such a great show.
And we like to provide some sponsoring for this show.
Yes, please holla at us, Disney Plus. I want to say, again, I'm excited. Very excited about the movie coming out. It's coming out Thursday, and I believe technically Thursday. Thursday the movie day premieres in theaters on Thursday night. Thursday night, not midnight. Thursday night it comes out. They have the early showings, right, Dav? Yeah, he knows. That's my movie partner right there. He knows movies like I do.
Shout out to AEP Media.
Yeah, shout out to AEP Media.
Make sure you go follow him on Facebook.
Word.
Check out the movie reviews, and we'll see what he thinks about Rise of Skywalker when it drops as well.
Hey, Dav, could you Tommy's here. Yeah, go downstairs. And let me know what elevator you take. All right. So anyway, we had to do that. But anyway, I'm telling you, this movie is going to be crazy. Shout out to the Joker, who surprisingly made more money than Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
I was floored by hearing that today.
Yeah.
I was definitely floored by hearing that. The
Joker just saved the DC EU, whatever.
Yeah.
I think without the Joker, the Joker and Wonder Woman and Aquaman are the biggest movies they've made.
Yeah. Aquaman was dope. Aquaman was really dope.
Aquaman was good.
I enjoyed Aquaman. You know what movie I really enjoyed that surprised me? Shazam.
I didn't see
How you know that? Yeah.
I didn't see it. Because most people don't know about Shazam, and then when they find out, they're like, oh, he's.
Shazam was amazing.
You know what the best part of that movie was?
What?
Megan Good.
Come on, man. You can't spoil. Come on, don't spoil the movie if you ain't seen it.
Good.
You don't spoil the movie if you ain't seen
Is
it.
Megan Good?
But anyway.
Yes, she is.
Anyway, Shazam was to me was my favorite so far DCEU movie.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was actually the Dark Knight Returns. That wasn't a DCEU movie, but it was DC movie. Yeah, and that was my favorite DC movie. Prior to that, you know what I mean. Prior to that, it was the DC. That was my favorite DC movie.
Dark Knight Rises.
No.
Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Rises.
Right, it was the Bane movie.
No.
Which was trash.
Yeah, the one with the Joker in it.
Dark Knight.
No. Bane. That's the one with Bane. Yeah.
That was corny.
Come on, man. Come on, you talking to a nerd here, bro. I know you're a producer here. You going? Come on, don't do that. Don't do that here. We don't do that here. We talk about real movies. You talking about movie head, bro. But yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, we're about to go back to break. Anyway, we're about to pay these bills right now. This podcast is brought to you by Dat Chat, the future of email and messaging. Dat Chat puts you in control of your text messages and allow you to pull back any message you've sent using blockchain technology. That's right, Dat Chat IPOs in early 2020 and NASDAQ. Visit datchat.com/levels up. That's datchat/levels up and get once in a lifetime exclusive pass to purchase shares now. Again, that's datchat.com/levels up. All right, we've got a special guest here tonight.
What up? Well, before we go any further, I just got to say, I'm sold, yo. Whatever you were just plugging right there, I'm sold, yo. You made it sound mad professional, yo. Yo, whatever he said, get that. Yo, what's going on, yo?
For all our listeners out here, I got a special guest. It's not just a guest to me. It's more like family here. The whole entourage here tonight, man. It feels special. I got my best friends here in the building.
Man.
I got the one and only Tommy Gunz, man.
Yo,
Tommy Gunz.
What's good? Shout
Tommy
out to
Gunz.
everybody.
Yes,
Yo,
yes.
I appreciate being here. You know,
Yes,
I mean, this is family right here. I feel like, you know, I'm home, man. I've been peeping the show, you know, the last, you know, for weeks now, and I'm like, yo, like I gotta get there. And I finally made it. They actually buzzed me up. Yo, the elevator was like, nah, two is as far as you get unless you got a passcode. So now I'm here. You know what I mean? Yo, what's good, man?
What's going on, Tommy? Yo, for all the people who don't, let me just give you a professional introduction.
Okay.
This man right here has been actually a cornerstone in Def Jam. For people who don't know, for people in the industry, in the music industry, they know who Tommy is. He's the guy who gets things done. Any request that needs to get done. I've seen people in the higher ups who knows him and respects him and knows his ability, knows his team. I was part of a team.
Still are.
Yeah. I'm part of the team, and I was grafted in back in college early on. This guy definitely is a family man. He's got his family here tonight with him.
The minions are in the
He's
building.
got his minions with him. Also, he's got a website, Goodfellaz TV, that we started together years ago.
Yeah.
Shout out to, was it Kanye West? No, was it Kanye who did that? Neo. The Neo drop.
Yo.
Neo did the drop.
The first drop ever. You don't know how Goodfellaz TV started. By the way, GoodfellasTV.com if you don't know.
Okay.
But, yo, it was, 2000. It might be 2008. It's something like even before.
Sorry.
Neo just called in to make sure that y'all put his name in there.
Word. Even before we knew what it was gonna be, I don't know. Just one day, just the name, like because we were, you know, way back in the day. We go back to Goodfellas Radio. All that, you know.
All that.
Before we even knew what it was gonna be, or you knew what a website was. Yo, Goodfellas TV, boom. Yo, Neo did the drop, and then from there, technically, it was born. And,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure and an honor to know you. Been grafted into the family. You know, literally been a part of the family for almost 20 years, yo.
Yo, we go back to like middle school, some of us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how real it is. And you know, I mean, it's just dope. You know, just seeing everybody. You know, when you grow up with people and you see them, you know, with their various ventures and you know careers, it's just dope. Whether it's photography or radio or owning a radio station, whatever. It's just, you know, like we got a website owner right to the side of me. Or shout out to everybody. It's just dope to see everybody, you know, making it happen, you know, in their life with their various ventures, you know.
Absolutely. I have to say, Like I said, it's a pleasure to have you here, man. So I know how busy you are. I know the 9 to 5, and all the grinds and all the side gigs and.
I'm telling you right now, like the kids, yo. You know what I mean? Babysit. Yo, my babysitting, like I try to be as many places as I can, but like I guess the thing about like having like new kids, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the babysitting coverage, and it's like. You want to go to like big events, usually like I got that covered. But then it's like, yo, I want to chill with my boys. It's like, oh man. Right. So shout out to babysitters and moms
and parents
holding
in general.
It down so I can even get out here. You know,
word.
You know?
So for those who don't know you, real first question, how did you get into the music industry?
I mean, I would say the seeds of this were planted back in, I would say like middle school.
Middle school?
Fun fact, right? Because growing up, right, I wasn't allowed to listen to hip hop, rap, none of that.
Wow.
Like literally, shout out to my pops and all that. Matter of fact, my boy Dav right there, he used to burn me. He used to put together like these cassette tapes, these mixtapes, like the real mixtapes.
Yo, we're going back. Where you back?
And between that and what's that? The Box. Remember the Box?
Wow.
I used to sneak into the basement and watch. That's the only way I could see rap videos.
Video music box?
Yeah. So between that and then, like I said, my boy would dub me these mixtapes, like the real mixtapes. And that's just how I got my first taste of hip hop.
Wow.
And then the spirit of that and just the, how the culture was and the authenticity of it, those seeds were planted and, we used to do graffiti back in the day. You know what I mean? Like
on the desk, in homeroom.
Yeah. I mean, man, I'm telling you, man, like, like it goes back. They say like the elements of hip hop and all that.
Yeah.
The roots and the seeds were planted way back then.
Okay.
Around, I would say college. You know what I mean? I finally, got a little taste of freedom and, what I mean? And, the ability to be like, okay, cool. What do I actually want to do with my life? And then we just started, making mixtapes and doing parties at King University, where we
actually met at King on the campus of King University.
So I would say King kind of was where the next level of it turning into reality got started.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just bumped into like-minded people who were also were fans of hip hop and just entertainment and the culture.
Okay.
And then from there we started doing mixtapes and then parties.
Okay.
I think the parties was kind of where the first thing we kind of did together. You know what I mean? Because we'd always freestyle, but everybody freestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we started doing parties at Keene and off campus because you couldn't really do no big parties there.
Yeah.
And from there, you got to get the venue and get the DJ and figure out like what the music was and convince people to come. So from there, the business of cool, we can make money off of this kind of the genesis was in that.
Okay.
And then from there, I think the next step was Key University Radio.
Okay.
WKNJ 90.3 FM, back in those days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from there, we started doing radio. And
yeah, I remember that. That's when we started getting real grinding.
And then, still doing, mixtapes and DJing here and there and kind of, even like, remember like what was it, the Pasu rap meets poetry?
Yeah, I remember that. They used to have it in the off the small calf.
Yeah. And once upon a time I used to actually want to rap. Thank God I don't rap no more. You know what I mean? So because like I said at the time, like it was the spirit of it was in me. I didn't know what form it would take, but I knew that hip hop was it.
Okay.
So at first everybody wanted to rap. So at first I wanted to rap. I used to write my little raps about stuff I didn't do and all that stuff.
For all the listeners that's listening right now, I remember you let me hear your first rap on that you guys recorded.
I only made one song. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, the only song you recorded, and it was. I heard the inspiration. It just wasn't there, but I heard the inspiration. You definitely had.
Oh no.
You definitely
Like,
you definitely had it there, but
it was trash. You know what I mean? But you know what it was like. The process of it, like we found like a dope producer at the time, and we was going through beats, and this dude has some fire.
Yeah, he did.
Of course, later on he decided not to listen to our advice and went off and
Well,
and then
we're not
totally,
going there.
totally
We're
destroyed
not-
his
I know-
career.
yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
But but the process of making the music,
Okay.
finding beats, trying to rap, just bouncing ideas, like all that kind of, after making that song and realizing like, nah, bruh, like, you know what I mean? But I realized like, what, this is not it, but I do like the behind the scenes making the music.
Okay.
And then from there, I was like, you know what, like, just like, I was like, yo, the next thing I need an internship, because, I was a business major, so you need an internship after a while.
Okay.
And, I realized like, yo, I loved just how, like the record labels would put out the product, whether it's the video, the marketing, like just seeing like the crazy thing, because they would come to campus, like artists would come to perform, people would promote their stuff and just like the vision, all of that. I realized like, like it's not the rapping, that's not it, but I love how they put the project together and just make it art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, art is, it's one thing, anybody could like rap over a beat.
Yeah.
But, to make it art, to, from the finished product to the marketing to the visuals to the creating the album, like that's what I really like.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's a record label. Maybe I want to be on that side of hip hop.
So how'd you get into that?
Yo, at that time, I think, we were still doing our parties and whatever, and we had like a, you know how we used to be like, yo, we just trying to take this industry. We had that hip hop spirit, like, yo, we taking the industry over. We gonna bang on their doors and somebody let us in. And then that's what we did. I went online and I just found out to the best of the research. This is before like Google was everything.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? We found like the addresses to all the record labels. You know, like I had like the top, like the Def Jams, the Interscopes, the Loud Records, all of that. We found what we thought was the information on all these spots, and at the time I was DJing, we had the radio show, so using that leverage, of course we're gonna make it as if we're the hottest show in Jersey. Not that we weren't, but what I mean? So using that leverage, we went to these places. Our hustle, which we had developed just through getting people to come to parties and whatever. Yo, we went to all these record labels, and I was like, yo, listen, I'm a DJ, Let me talk to somebody, you know what I mean? So using the DJ as leverage to build with somebody, and then I was like, yo, hopefully somebody give me an internship or a job.
Okay.
So we went to a bunch of record labels, MTV, a lot of that.
Okay.
Built relationships, didn't get the internship, and then I think the last one on my list for some reason was Def Jam.
Wow.
And I think
the last one on your list.
Yeah, only because it was super corporate. Like anybody who knows like Universal
I know,
Records and it's super corporate. Like these spots, these record labels are not like, you're not on the block and it's just like, building. Nah. Yo, it's like, they got a security guard for the security guard. You gotta get buzzed up to even get up there.
Yeah.
So, so
you
I
gotta get buzzed to the elevator.
Yeah. So,
and then from the elevator, I get buzzed from the elevator.
Yeah, you remember how it was?
Yeah, I remember. Listen, I remember. I could tell stories from all the times we went
so
up
we went to the
labels.
Universal building, which also contained Def Jam.
Okay.
And, I went to the front desk, and I was just trying to hustle my way up there, man. I was like, yeah, man, I got an appointment. I'm here to see whoever, just throwing names out there, using the hustle that we built from whatever. And then sure enough, somebody they called up. Somebody picked up the phone. They're like, yo, Tommy Gunz?
Wow.
I was like, yeah, who this? And he was like, yo, what's up? This is K. And it turned out to be a dude who from our radio show, us, like, Goodfellaz Radio.
Yeah.
We would have like, unsigned, unsigned talent, not just unsigned, but just everybody hot come by the show. If you hit us up like, yo, we got a hot act, like, can we come through? Okay. 9 times out of 10, we're like, yeah, come through. So we built relationships. Yeah. And it turned out that the dude that picked up the phone was somebody who had brought an artist named Lex. Ironically,
I remember Lex. Yeah.
He had brought him through the radio show for an interview.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No politics, no whatever. Like, just like, yeah, come through. Yeah. He had an amazing interview, as we do.
That's what we do.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he always remembered that. So he's like, I was like, yeah, Tommy Gunz. He's like, yo, come through. They buzzed me up. I had my little official Universal pass. Went upstairs, and I was finally at Def Jam Records. Wow. And once I was there, I looked around like that was it. Like, you know when you kind of see your purpose or your purpose at the time. Yes. I was up there, and you know what I mean? Just like, yo, the spirit was there. They had like everything, posters. I remember the Red Man mascot head was in the office.
Wow, I remember that.
Which later on was the genesis for something else. You know what I mean? But, so I was up there. I finally I knew this was it. And so I was just like, yo, bro, listen, you know me, you know how we do. I need an internship. You know what I mean? And then from there, we made it happen. I started interning there. Wow. And once I had my foot in the door, you know, the hustle that we had built up just from everything, I just made sure I was just the best doing that out of all those interns.
And I have to say, you earned that reputation in the Def Jam doors, because I've seen from people who are very powerful people, from that used to be the head of the director of promotions, Mr. Chris Atlas at the time. He respected you, and he was the head of the whole promotions corporation of Def Jam, and he knew and respected you. And I have to say, your hustle, your grind was highly respected.
I would always say,
but before we continue on, got to pay those bills.
Pay them bills.
That's right. So back to what we were talking about.
I would just I would just say, it's never me. It's always I to this day I feel like I would just been blessed, and like we're all blessed. Like we have always had a team with us. You know that. You know what I mean? The fact that, like, we had just a team that was, like, authentic and real, and, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, that helped me as much as anything, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, one thing, like, the people you talk about, half of them couldn't really stand us, but they had to respect it. Because, we just about that life.
I just want to say, I remember one time when I first got on the team, you know, you remember how hungry I was as far as doing things and just trying to make a name for myself. I remember the one time we were a part of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and you know what story I'm about to talk about. So
many stories.
So many stories. You already know so many stories. But the one story I had was I had a shirt and somebody seen me, and allegedly I was doing something and reported it and tried to get me blocked out of the building, Def Jam building. I remember that. Had my name reported.
Oh, allegedly you were getting your hustle on.
Allegedly, quote unquote. But Karev, do you have any questions? I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
In today's climate of hip hop, everybody talks about being a boss, and a lot of people talk about being independent. But from somebody who has actually walked the hustle and achieved, what is it to be independent, and what does it mean to be proactive in your hustle?
Yeah, that's a great question. I was actually having a conversation with this. I saw a Dame Dash video. Like recently, he did an interview.
Yeah.
And you know, like, say what you want about that dude. Like, he drops jewels and he gives an amazing interviews.
Okay. Yes,
so
he does.
To answer that question, I'm gonna say a couple things. On the one hand, you know, like, you know, we're all about entrepreneurship here, and you know, owning your own and being your own boss. The flip side of that, and let's keep it all the way 100. You don't always need to be the boss.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, being a first generation boss is very overrated because I mean, and mind you, there's levels to you can own your own stuff and still have a job and work for somebody, and so-called bosses have other bosses. So like I said, like, because I was watching the Dame Dash interview and, you know, whatever, but I mean, ownership is always important. Everything you do, whether it's your website, your radio station, your artwork, your photography, whatever it is that you own, you know, make sure you own. I mean, I'll even go to say, like, I don't even do streaming. I prefer to own every song that I like.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Because
I agree.
Whenever I decide to put out a mixtape, or if I just want to, you know, make sure my iPod, yes, I still have an iPod, make sure the iPod popping, like, I can do that.
Yeah.
When you stream, in my opinion, you're renting the music that you listen to.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's, you know, I mean, you can also, you know, own stuff, you know what I mean? But, like, ownership is important. Like, you know what I mean? Like, own your car, own your music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're an artist, of course, own your stuff.
Yes.
But there's this illusion of, yo, I'm a boss. Like, yo, being a boss. First of all, there's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. There's nothing wrong with having a job and then having your side hustle.
Say that again. Say that again.
Oh, it's absolutely nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5.
Yeah, because that's the facade with the generation now. The generation now feels like it's not cool to have a 9-to-5 because you can't be a boss.
Yeah.
Because you have a boss over you. Nah, you're earning. The smartest thing is to have several streams of revenue coming in. And then you really be a boss.
Exactly. Like, there's levels. So you can be a boss and a worker at the same time. You don't got to be a worker. You can just be like the sole proprietorship, where it's just like small business. I own it. It's nothing crazy. It's not like Exxon, but like, hey, bread's coming in.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. So to answer your question, if you're in the business of music, own your stuff, own your music. But yo, at the same time, like, yo, you need a team. And at the end of the day, you might be a boss, but somebody distributing your music, or somebody owns the streaming platform that you're using, or somebody, you know what I mean? Like, like you need a CEO, you need a manager. Like, there's a million bosses, ain't nobody getting no money. So, like if you're about, like Dame Dash, right? Dame Dash is about that boss life. Like,
yes, he is.
He lives it, the good and the bad. Like I said, he was high Dame Dash with Aaliyah and Rockefeller popping, and then he's Dame Dash now. Where don't nobody like him, but he
still
sticks by his more. And then, like, whether
he's the same person.
Yeah, and you're gonna have, like, as you see, like in real life, like he's got court battles, child support payment.
Yeah.
His son makes cookies, like whatever. Like, it's not all glamorous. It doesn't mean it's not good or not right, but you know what I mean? Like, you got to decide what you want to be. Like Jay-Z, is he a boss? I mean, on some levels, yeah, but does he have higher ups he deals with? Yes.
Yes, he do. Yeah.
So there's levels to it. So, but what I'm saying is, like, if you're, if whatever is, like if you're a DJ, if you're in the business of music, make sure your business is on point. You can still have a CEO to do that for you, or a manager to do that for you, because you can't do everything yourself. And if you do, then you're making $100. You know what I mean? Like, you're not making much money. You got to, and if, let's say, you do decide to take the I'm a boss route, you can kiss a family goodbye for mad years, or you'll never see him, or, you know what I mean? You got to figure out what works for you in your life. You know what I mean? And, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's so overrated, and it's like, it's just generic. Like, I'm a boss. Like, what are you a boss of? What do you do? Yeah. So, like there's a point where reality and illusion kind of come together. So, you know what I mean? Did I answer your question? Yeah, I ramble sometimes. You know what I mean? But, like, there's levels to this, but there's also reality behind this. And always, being a marketing guy, part of what we do is we create illusions. We make things seem cool or cooler than they are. Yeah. But the good thing about being a marketing guy is I can also reverse engineer that and see what it really is behind the marketing. Make sure you guys, when you see or you hear the stories and it sounds cool, apply the same thing. Like, try to see, like, okay, cool, what's behind that $1 million of marketing? What's it really like? And try to just, like, think about that, and it kind of will just show you how things really are. You know?
Yeah. I like that. What did you learn in your whole I want to say saga, because I won't say it because it's not like it's
definitely
over,
saga.
because
I like saga.
Yeah, because you're still alive, you're still doing things. So I won't say it like it's left behind. But what did you learn that that you words of wisdom, like a Yoda, like what are you ready to pass on to the next generation that you feel like it's inevitable, as Thanos would say, it's inevitable to pass on. Yeah, the nerdiness.
I would just say, if you want to be an entrepreneur, or if you want to be an artist, or whatever it is that you want to do, make sure it's in you. Okay. Make sure that's what you really want to do, and not what looks cool because of some marketing, or my man's and them does that, or my parents want me to do that. Whatever it is that you do, your passion, make sure you enjoy doing it. Like, what we do is, like, we weren't, I didn't go to school and, like, one day, like, yo, I want to be a website owner, or, I want to be a record executive. Like, I had to find that out. Like try the best you can to find your purpose or what you like to do. It's not going to be laid out for you, like, in a straight line. You got to, you see the breadcrumbs, you follow it, and then let the journey will take you where you need to be. But you got to keep going. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I said, started as a rapper, quote unquote rapper. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but that was just the beginning of the path to lead me to where we are now. Yeah. So, like, you're not always going to be right. The path is not always going to be clear. Okay. But if you have the love for what you're doing in you, you'll eventually get to your destination sooner or later.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you on that. I have to say, it's a pleasure to have you here, bro.
Yo, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to have you. This is my brother from another. All my friends, literally all my friends and family are in the building.
We got a bunch of hustlers sitting at the table right now. Just, in their various ventures, they're doing their thing, but at the same time, we're cool, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I want the world to be. It's like, You know what I mean? Like all of us, it's all about your network. Like
Yes.
business, whatever. It's about your network. Like, you know, like for example, wifey over there, like she cooks and she's
got a catering company.
Yeah, she has a catering company.
Yeah.
Like my man's over there that I know since middle school. Yo, he's like the dopest photographer out there. Yo, you are killing it right now with the radio.
Thanks, bro.
My man, yo, his website crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, the boss back there, yo, I had to get buzzed to get in here. You know what I'm saying? Even Def Jam didn't do that. Yo, I can get to the floor if I press the button. My man's like, nah, wait till it turns green, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So like I said, but we all have networks, like, you know, just in our life of people who are doing, you know, various things. It might not even be the same thing, but, you know, like, be around people who are inspired. Because
Absolutely.
they inspire you, you inspire them. That energy takes you to where you got to go. And then, you know, cross-promote, cross-ventures, like, yo, you know, a photographer and a caterer, man, you better take some pictures of some food. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and then put it on the website. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? So,
that's how for you did crap. Yeah,
utilize what you have, where you're at, to get where you need to go, man. Like, you know, and open your eyes, you know, because somebody you know for 20 years who is killing it here, and, you know, you haven't even thought, you know, your mind's been on another thing. Yo, cross-promote, just work. Like, when you enjoy what you do, it's you want to do the next project. It's always the next project. Like, I get excited just doing the next project, whether it's working an artist or working on the website or writing an article. Yes, I write articles once in a while.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever it is, or yo, let's make a mascot. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
go. That's where we stop. We stop because we got to pay the bills.
You see how I sprinkle that in?
Yeah. Yo, so real quick, I got a quick story. So for the like all the times we used to go to Def Jam. Remember, we used to always get the posters. We were part of the college department, and we also was a part of the marketing department where we had to go out and do different promote different artists from Rihanna to Kanye from Jay-Z, even at the time LL, and one in particular, Redman. And one time, right before we started promoting for Redman, it was when LL was up in the office. He was working in the office. What was it? He had a position at Def Jam at the time. That was right before Jay-Z came and became president. And during that transition that transition time. So they had a lot of stuff in the office all the time. And they used to always say, you know, you guys are in college, you could take this, you could take that. Yeah. And I remember one time we were plotting on the Redman head. That was in the corner. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But I remember we were looking at that because we thought it was cool. And how did we know years later that it would be the cornerstone for us and part of our marketing?
That's
bringing up Little Gunz.
It's inspiration is everywhere around you, yo. Like I remember it was the college department in the office. Spliff was in the office. I was plotting on his position. You know what I mean? And you know, like in the office, like we have like you know like just you know like artifacts of hip hop. I consider it like, and you know you got like this here and that there and. Remember the Redman mascot from I think it was Dr. Name 2000? Yeah. You know, like no ideas are original. It wasn't like Lil Gunz was like, oh man, I'm about to kill. Like man, it's inspiration from everywhere. Like
and before people who don't know, you can check out Goodfellaz.com and look up Little Gunz. We have plenty of pictures and images of Little Gunz, so you can understand the story.
He in the streets.
Yeah.
But that started, like I said, the red. I guess. The Redman mascot, well, the head was the only part that was left. Who knows what happened to the rest of the costume? Because, you know, like a lot of times, like, you know, once it's gone, it's gone. So, you know, like I just remember seeing it in the corner of the office. I used to think, like, yo, that's like mad fly. Like, first I wanted to, like, steal it. But, you know, but then I was like, yo, but the idea was in my mind. And not till years later, I mean, I was just like, yo, we need to come up. Because we were launching, at this time, Goodfellaz, TV.com, the website. And you know, like us being marketing dudes, we were like, yo, how can we just do something just to like
stand out?
Yeah, like you know, because in a world where everybody promotes, how do you stand out? In a world where everything is marketed, how do you stand out? You got to come up with just crazy, different like ideas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the idea was always in there. And is he giving us a sign like, yo, wrap it up?
Nah.
Okay,
I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, pay these bills and then we'll come back.
All right, so. All right, so now we're back. This is the Big A Show. I have my personal guest here, Tommy Gunz. Gunz.
Personal guest,
one of my favorite. Yeah, I had to personally invite you to come through to the show, man.
I'm glad to be here.
You know, it's an honor and pleasure to have you here. Karev, you know, we both talked about it before, and we were also going to do a trio venture with Karev as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of things. I mean, like, shout out to platforms like this because, but besides the, interview part, like, this is a platform where hustlers come together, people with ideas come together. Like, that's how things get created, man. Like, always, like I said, work on the next project, new ventures. Like, this started as an idea years ago.
Yeah.
Like somebody saw something and it was in the, it stayed in their mind and here we are.
Yeah.
What we're doing now, 5 years from now, like, it's going to be even crazier. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? So, like,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, like, inspiration is all around us. You just got to pay attention sometimes, really. You know what I mean? You got to notice the mascot head in the corner sometimes. You know what I mean?
Karev, you got any questions?
Yeah, something that comes to mind when it comes to Goodfellas is integrity.
Okay.
The brand has always been inspirational, and it led people to find out not only what music is, what continuity and product is. What is the most fulfilling victory you got in doing Goodfellas TV?
Wow, that's well. First of all, thank you. Shout out to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you.
First, integrity, being about your word, and honesty. That's probably the most important things in business. And being in the hip hop field. First of all, it's full of cats always trying to get over,
Lying,
let me hustle. I'm telling you. So, like I said, similar to marketing, how can I stand out in a world where everybody does this? Integrity and honesty you always win because similar to business, the hip hop is even more shadier, and then the music in general is shady. You hear the stories.
Yeah.
So it's like when you
We've experienced it.
Yeah, when you can be honest and about your word, it will, and then consistently, you're gonna win because everybody out here is just hustling for that quick dollar and not thinking about that stack or
Absolutely.
a mill or whatever. So my personal victory, like, it's just being in the office, just being able to work with people and have ideas. Like, imagine you're in the office and I'm like, I think Jay-Z needs to do this. I need the album cover needs to look like this, or that we should do a mascot here, or what we should do? We should have like to have an idea. And then people that you look up to or people who are good in their field listen to and be like, word, that's what's up. And then what's even better is when people like your ideas and then steal your ideas. You know what I'm saying?
We've all been there.
That's definitely, to me, that's the highest form of flattery, man. I mean, you know how many fake DJ Tommy Gunz but remember?
Oh God,
there was the bootleg Goodfellaz radio show at one point.
Yeah,
and, you know what I mean? Like,
they really, Karev, I know you look shocked, but they really bit the swag. Like, not only did they have the Goodfellas, but they tried to do the whole like the imitation of the characters, like our personas.
Yeah, I've seen fake mascots. Like, somebody brought like a dog suit and then like put a gold chain on it, and then all of a sudden that's his mascot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, like that's how somebody's really feeling what you're doing is when they try to imitate.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, just the fact that like, people want to pay us to do stuff is, to me, that's always dope. Because at the same time, I always try to be that same cat who wasn't allowed to listen to hip hop.
Okay.
And used to have to sneak the hip hop, on my little Walkman or, So the fact that that same cat is getting paid to do this or promote this or to, get this record played somewhere like that, that's dope to me because, I started when it was just a dream. Like, it was just like, you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
So, there's a lot. I mean, it's just, but I do respect, like, like when people, generally, when they pay you for something.
Yeah.
And then after the work is done and they're happy, like I like cats are actually happy that they paid us to do work years later.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the dopest feeling.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of ways to do business. Sometimes somebody pays you to do something, you do it, the work sucks, and they're mad.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn, man, like, they played me.
Yeah.
But when somebody is like, that's the best G I ever spent, or like, you know what I mean, or whatever it is, like, it was a pleasure doing business with you. Like, to me, that's the highest compliment because it's like, like, not only did they pay me, but like they're happy. My bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be in business, be honorable, do the best you can. Like, you say you're gonna perform whatever you're gonna do, be about your word, and the money will always be there. Whether it's in that venture, another venture. You see, like, a lot of artists now, like, they start off doing hip hop, and now they're in the clothing or fashion or whatever. Integrity. Like if they weren't a brand that people respected or liked, then they wouldn't be making that money. You know what I mean? So, just, I'll tell you, honesty, and, just do your best, and you'll go far in whatever facet of life you're involved in, I feel.
All right, yeah, well, Tommy, it's been a pleasure. I want to tell you, it's definitely been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. It's dope, man. We definitely gotta catch up more.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming to the Bay Show.
We gotta do more of these. You know what I mean? Like just with the cats at the table, because we all just got so many stories, and you know what I mean? Like there's so many different genres to talk about, man.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I seen some podcasts talking about nothing.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
We got stuff to say.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to say.
To be continued.
So speaking of such, so right now we're gonna wrap up. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for coming through, and we'll definitely we'll have you back in the future.
I look forward to it, man.
All right, bro.
Appreciate it. Yo, always a pleasure, man. Shout out to everybody here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can I plug Goodfellaz TV?
Sure. Go ahead.
GoodfellasTV.com. I mean, you already know what it is. You know
one more time
like,
for one for time. For
but like I said, like music, news.
Where?
Everything that you possibly want. Hot chicks. You can't forget the hot chicks.
Where?
www.goodfellastv.com. We also on YouTube. We got content on everywhere, social media, like whether it's Instagram, Facebook. Like the website doesn't even contain half the content that we have. So just Google Goodfellas TV. It'll take you to the right places.
That's Goodfellas. It's GoodFellaz.com. That's Goodfellas.
Not to be confused with the S.
Exactly. So it's GoodfellasTV.com for all those people that are listening and tuning in right now. This is the Big A Show. Thanks for having Tommy Gunz. Of course, we got Karev in the building.
Of course.
Dav's in the building in the back. And we got our program director here, Striker.
Finish him.
He's here in the building, too. Thanks for tuning in, checking this out. And we'll check you out in the next show. Thanks a lot.
Peace.
Peace.